Yep.
Absolutely amazing.
Good old elbow grease. That's crazy.
That's like an advert, isn't it? Look, that's already been cleaned so many times. I thought it was.
Look at it just dripping down the wall.
It's bleeding. Oh.
Why is, you know what? After I've had this house renovation, I'm going to go ahead and get a new haircut so that every time I come on a video, I don't look like this. But anyway, I've just finished work for today and I've just popped into the house because we're getting internet installed today. It is Monday and we've had the keys for 11 days now. I haven't done an update over this weekend. That was the second weekend of work because we were just sort of getting on with things and haven't set the camera up and doing anything because normally we've got paint on our hands so I can't touch the phone or camera and it's just been a bit awkward and we've just got stuck in and been working very hard but enjoying it still. So I'm just going to go around the house and do a tour again of how far we've got up to and where we're at and what's happening, what the next stages are. So let's do that. Okay, so let's widen this up. There you go, much better. Right, so this is the living room. So I've come in the door. Stairs have been stripped of the carpet. I've literally today booked the carpet in for next week, so that's next Thursday. They come into carpet and laminate. I filled all the holes in up the staircase and along the, well, it's not really a hallway, but along the hall, I'll just call it that. So we're ready to cut in and paint this now. Which is sort of our next job. We're still leaving the underlay down until we're ready to get the carpets in and lift it all up, just because it's more comfortable on our feet actually. So it's still got orange walls in here. Now, this is also our bit of our storeroom still. We have got a beanbag, so we've got chairs, which I'll show you in a minute, which has only been the last couple of days we've had that. We've fixed the big hole. So that's been done with an extra plasterboard. As you can see, there's so many holes. And all the white dots around here are all holes, apart from the paint that we've tried there. This door is going, so we're going to take that off the hinges because if you try and close it, it's still so dirty in here. I haven't cleaned. It doesn't shut properly, and that corner up there, I don't know if you can see that, it moves, so it doesn't shut properly. So we're just going to take that off its hinges and get rid of that until we can get new doors. We're going to replace the doors and the door frames, but that is not priority at the moment. I still haven't changed this lovely grubby light switch, but that was, I've gone to Screwfix and bought all the new sockets and lights and pendant lights we need. So they're all ready to go. Yeah, so they're all ready to go. The only problem we've had is some we've bought have like the wiring's been off center, and because there's like the ceiling, the circle on the ceiling, like they're off center. So we need to find ones that aren't wired that way. But so we've still got orange walls in here. Go back to what I was saying. I've got the hub set up for the internet to be switched on. We're just waiting for Nathan to text me to say when BT are going to text him. But yes, lovely orange wall. You've seen I've taken the border off. You can see a lovely brighter orange strip going all the way around the room. But if you come over here, you can see where we had a good old stab at the wall because they've stuck it on with it's some sort of glue that's hard. It's not like sticky like normal wallpaper adhesive, and it's slightly tacky, but not. It's really really hard. It's like super glue. It's the only thing I can think of is I've not stuck it on with normal adhesive, or it's like some sort of sticky back wallpaper that they use. But because it's all plasterboard and they've literally got the tiniest skim of plaster over this, if anything, before they've painted. Every time we try and take this off, it just takes away the top layer of the plasterboard. We've managed to have well, actually, it looks like we've had success here, but this is actually into the plasterboard, so that needs filling. But we can't get, doesn't matter what we've tried chemical stripper, we've tried concentrated chemical stripper, we've tried soap, vinegar, bicarb, we've tried sugar soap, everything. Sanding it doesn't really touch, all it does is do this. Sort of leaves the glue and then just takes off the paint from elsewhere. We have tried everything. So I think the plan is with this, I will turn the light on, but can't really see. You have to like touch this tiny little bit here to switch on. Don't think that really helps. But what we've tried to do is paint over it to see we've hand sanded it a little bit, because it does help a little bit, to see how much we can actually see through it. So I think the plan is, and you can sort of see it when you're up close, but we don't know if after like a couple of layers of paint, it'll actually be that noticeable. So I think the plan is to do that. If it is that bad and we don't like it, then we're going to wallpaper to cover it up. So that is it. And we're going to prime the yellow, lovely yellow skirting board, prime that, and then gloss that white. And then we're having laminate in here, but it's just such a horrible colour. I mean, it might be worth just wallpapering it because it is this colour anyway. But yeah, so this is, I don't know if there's a better angle where I can show you the glue. Like it is absolutely everywhere. Not even a bit came off this. We've just tried to divot that. Better there you go. But it's like, it's really hard glue. So it's like, even if you put strip on it, it doesn't like, you know, I don't know if you've had when you get wallpaper and it all bunches up and then you can wipe it away. Nope, doesn't do that. But anyway, so that is one problem in here. Problems everywhere. We've got a little bit of a mini kitchen. So the kitchen has, let me go in this corner. So I can take, kitchen has sort of been set up. So we've got like our kitchen over here now, set up like camping chairs, garden table. But we've ripped out the top cupboards. We're going to rip out the bottom cupboards. We've taken all the oven and stuff out. We've got a gas engineer coming to do the hob. He's not be able to come till next Tuesday, which means we're also getting an electrician to put in a plug here, because that's where our fridge is going to go. And he's going to put a plug over here, which is where our TV is going to go. So we're getting that done, but we can't, obviously he can't do that until the kitchen's done, and we can't get rid of the kitchen until the gas hob's gone. We're going to keep this sink in here until the new kitchen goes in, which we've ordered that at the weekend. Got a good deal on that. So I'm really looking forward, because obviously this was a job we weren't going to do for a year or so, but because it's in such a bad state, we've had to do it early. Look at the cobwebs that are behind the cupboard. I need to clean all this as well. I've just tried to clean a bit more because I've been doing it all weekend and my hand keeps starting to cramp up. But anyway, so we've ordered the kitchen. We're not having top cupboards, and it's a bit of an awkward sized kitchen. But we're having an integrated fridge freezer here. Then having a little, so the surface is going to come around a little bit to sort of make it all join up. Got a little spice sort of rack pulley thing there. And then having a corner cupboard so you can access all it. We can't have storage, like storage solutions where you have like the pull-out racks and stuff because of this pipe work going down in this box here. That's where the gas is. But anyway, so we have the corner cupboard that we can have access to, drawers here, oven here with a new extractor fan. We're just having a recirculating one, so we need to block that hole up. So we're having a gas hob again, electric oven. We're then having just a cupboard here. It won't be a deep cupboard. We're having the cupboard, this cupboard will go in, just because that's the only way we could sort of get it to fit, strangely enough. Having a nice ceramic sink, and then what we're going to do is we're going to extend this worktop out to here so that we can fit a washing machine and a slimline dishwasher in. And then on my visage, like in my what would like to happen is have like 3 shelves there, and then we're going to have a shelf go, 1 or 2 shelves go sort of this side and then go round this edge in here. Haven't quite worked that out, but that is a bit of a plan. This side we've got the dresser in. We've just set up a little coffee station. Mum's been out and bought things for us to have for lunch, bless her. And we're starting to get things in from so this is all our camping stuff, so we're sort of using that a bit. Start getting things from the lockup. But this will literally just have a table, the dresser. Might get a unit for here. Don't know yet, because we might be able to move the dresser a bit more that way. And then I want to have hooks up here, but that's something I've seen on Pinterest. So that will come together in here. Not much has changed. I've just put some shelving. I've literally just put these shelving units in here just to use this as a bit of a storage place for now. But I don't know again how that will work out in the end. I have cleaned this door, but it's as clean as I can get it at the moment. Anyway, so that is downstairs. We've cleaned this door up. We're just going to replace the lock and paint. Probably when I paint one side, I'll paint the other side as well. But that will be a job for another day. We don't need to do that, but we're just getting jobs done so the carpet can be fitted. I was going to take these down and fill in the holes, but actually I want to put a bigger hook there, so there's no point really doing that. We might as well, because they're quite useful. Anyway, you have to watch out for the spikes going up here now. Keep getting my shoe caught. We sanded this down, then we're just going to gloss this white. We were going to sand it down to the wood because I would much prefer like a whitey cream walls with a nice stained wood, but whatever they've painted it with, this red paint is absolutely awful. So we can't really get it off. But up here's a big difference. We have painted walls. So, in here, this is the main bedroom. We have had a problem in here as well. Our bed doesn't fit. I didn't know that king size beds were 10 centimetres longer than normal beds. I thought they were just wider, which means where you can see where they've had their bed before, ours would stick out here, which you'd probably just get the cupboards open, but you wouldn't get the ensuite door, and there'd be a very thin bit to walk down here. So we're going to have to buy a new bed and get a double bed. We could fit it against this wall, but it'd overhang a little bit if we had it that way. And then obviously one side would be up against a wall, which we don't particularly want. Can't have it that way because there's a radiator. So that's one thing, because we did stay here on Saturday night. We just put the mattress down on the floor and camped out. But yeah. So this orange wall has had one base coat put on it. It will need, we've painted a base coat on these walls to even it up a bit. I'm going to put one more base coat on here to cover up a lot more of the orange before we then put the colour on, which the colour is pretty much, it's a light grey, a really light grey, which we'll see in the other room. Nathan, you've missed a bit. Yeah, which you'll see. So, matching the colours up is not too bad, and worrying about whether it's going to go on the ceiling hasn't been too bad. But cleaned the windows, sanded the windows, so they're all ready for glossing. In the ensuite, I can't remember where we were up to in this, but I have cleaned this up. I said originally I was going to clean it up, but then I was like, no, it's too bad, I'm going to leave it. But I have cleaned it up for now so that we can use it if needed. But I think we are still going to replace it for just a simpler suite. So I worried. I had the quote come for the, or I haven't had the quote come. I had the builder come around to do the quote for this. And he was a bit worried about the tiles coming off of the plasterboard, but actually they've come off all right in the kitchen. So I think we're going to change the plan now. We're going to try and rip all of this out as much as we can, like the tiles and stuff, and then see if the plumber, the emergency plumber that came the other day, who was really good, can do any of it. And then we just literally need to get someone in to tile. We think that might be cheaper and quicker because the other guy can't do it until March. But this toilet's cleaned up really well. The other one in the other bathroom's another story, but yeah, so we haven't done much in here. We've just filled the holes and sort of got it ready, cleaned the window in here. Mum sanded the window in here. But yeah, so I need to decide what we're going to do about this today. But if we need an extra toilet, that is now cleaned up. So if worst comes to worst, and we move in before we've got the shower done, at least we can have this loo working. But yeah, so the next thing we've got to do is paint this wall. So Nathan's going to come home after work today, paint the wall, touch up the bit on the ceiling. Otherwise the ceiling's been painted. They are only taking like about one coat. So then that's done here. We need that. Bathroom. This was a nice lovely yellow. As you can see in here, actually you can't see it as well with the light on, but with the light off you can see where the border was. So I've gone round with a base layer and just literally painted on, because we had the same issue in here with the glue, but it was less bad. It wasn't as bad in here. So it was more like the paper had been left, which actually was really thin and sort of the same texture as the walls. Like, I can't really feel that. We were a bit worried when we painted it yesterday that you could see through it, but actually I don't think you can. So we've painted this white. You can see it. It's actually worse on camera than it is in real life. This is just a base coat because to cover the yellow, because it was a yellow which You can see, I think behind the radiator, you can see what yellow it was. But this is going to be like a mossy, it's called mossy green, but it's not really a green. It's a really light sage green colour I've gone for in here. And I've got white tile paint to do that. I've just covered this up while we're painting. We need to do a coat on the ceiling in here. That's not been done. But I don't think we'll need to do any more white. I think we'll just see how the green goes on. We might have to do one just to even this up a bit. Don't know. We'll see what Nathan says about that. We'll clean, sanded the window, so that's ready for painting. And then in here, that's pretty much it. We're going to get again, these are cleaned up really well, but we've just bought that toilet and sink. The toilet is still like really bad inside, like the lime scale build up. And because we've bought the other ones, we might just get them replaced. Now we know, because I was a bit worried about the tiles coming off as well, but now we know they came off all right. We might just get it done. Again, that is something I need to decide today what I'm going to do, because I keep saying, no, we'll leave it because it's all right. And then it's like, no, we'll change it. But we've already bought them now, so it's a bit like, don't know, because the flush, the only thing with this, I'd leave it, but the flush doesn't work on here. So if I get that changed, it seems a bit silly just to pay out to get a flush changed. We might as well just get the whole toilet changed. If we're having that whole toilet changed, we might as well just get the sink changed. The sink is wider. I think I've said that before. But actually, this is a little bit off centre anyway. So I'm thinking maybe a wider one would just be better anyway. But I need to contact the plumber after this. I've done this video anyway. This is the sink. Looks massive, isn't it? So this is the littlest room. And this has come up quite well. We might need to do another coat, but at the moment, to get the floors down, I think this is going to be all right. So it is literally looks like the same colour as the ceiling. It is slightly grayer, but we wanted a nice sort of fresh, just look. And then if we want to change the colour, we can at another point. It's got a nice base to work from. But it's so much better than what we had. It just is making the doors look so yellow, or pink in this case. And the skirting boards did look alright until we painted that. And so again, when we gloss the windows and everything like that, hopefully that should be good. Anyway, same in here, mattresses in here, done that. Sort of looks a bit bluey on here, but it's sort of a bit, but yeah, you can see the doors really stand out there. But what we're going to do is we're going to gloss all around here white. The door's been replaced at some point, so we're not going to touch those. And then we're going to review finances after everything's done. If we can get the doors straight away, we will. If not, we'll just have to live with that. But these doors are like, they're not wooden, they're like, well, they are, they're MDF like covered with plastic. So we might spray paint these just to brighten them up, spray paint them white, and then change the door knobs. But I think that's it. So that's it. The next things to do, so we need to paint in the main bedroom tonight, paint in the bathroom. There's some holes in the living room that need sanding down and refilling, like touching up the filling. And then that's pretty much done. And we need to decide what we're doing in the living room, whether we're going to just wallpaper or give it a coat. I think the way that as other stuff's gone on, I think it might just be a case of putting a coat of paint over it and seeing how bad it looks. I don't know. But what's these two? This is like what you used to have at high school, didn't you? You used to pull these two front bits down and like hairspray them like, so they're like shh. But what was that? Was that just me? I don't really know what I'm going to do now because I've forgotten my clothes, so I might go, I'm in work clothes, I might go to Screwfix. We need some more elbow grease from the range because we've used about 10 million bottles of that, which I'm hating because obviously it's plastic, but it's the only thing that is working in this house. There's a few things that have not been so eco-friendly, which sort of mainly for ease and cost of cleaning this house up we've had to go with, but just one of those things. But yeah, I need some more of that, and I might go and get some overalls because it's just ruining so many sets of clothes. Do all this painting and everything. So I might go do that. And hopefully BT would have switched the Wi-Fi on by then and I can test that. And then Nathan should be home from work. I don't really know if there's anything else to update. Need to contact the plumber. Need to contact the electrician to book him in. Now we've got a date for the gas. It's all starting to come together. to the point where we should be able to move in. The shower, there is a shower in the bath. So once the bathroom's done, and I've bought a curtain, once the bathroom's done, then actually we'll be able to move in because we'll have the shower and we'll have somewhere to shower. But yeah, anyway, that is the update for now, and see you in the next one.